Namaskar. My name is Prasoon, and first of all, welcome to this webinar of NTT Docker. My name is Prasoon. I represent National E-Governance Division. With me, there is my colleague, Mr. Prabhu Singh. So we both represent the National E-Governance Division in Institute of Networks. Today we are here to present you a concept of entity locker, which has already been, we have been discussing on and off for quite a few months now. Entity locker, which is a feature for organizations of, it's a digital platform family itself. So we'll take you through this entire presentation, where in all we'll discuss that what exactly this is, what is the concept of entity locker, how it, what are the features, where it can be used. We'll give you a couple of use cases as well, what we have thought of, and sort of conceptualize. This is being adopted with many of the organizations as of now. Also, we'll take you through the concept and how it is being done, how the organizations can come onto this platform, the web application flow, what are the features, how to use it. So, without much ado, I would like to start the presentation. So, as discussed, that Entity Locker is a DigiLocker family itself, and this is for the organizations, for entities, for MSMEs, societies. So this is a portal for listening. Moving further, this, as you can see, that these are the main stakeholders of Entity Locker, and these are the basic architecture, the basic principle is the same as of DigiLocker platform. This is a cloud-based platform for storage, sharing, verifying digital documents. Entities, organizations, MSMEs, and trust as discussed. So these are the three major stakeholders, starting from the issuing authority. From to the left is the issuing authority. These are the authorities or the organizations who issue some kind of documents to the organizations. And if I may give an example, Ministry of Corporate Affairs is one of the issuing authorities. They issue the SIM certificate and DIN certificate. Moving further, the second major stakeholder is the requester organization. These are the consuming organizations. These are the organizations who consume these kind of documents in order to deliver service. I may give an example of bank. So bank consumes these KYC documents in order to deliver a service, basically a loan can be disbursed into this process. And of course, the companies or entities or organizations who can come onto this platform and avail these kind of services. So these are the major stakeholders of Entity Locker. This is how we are actually trying to connect the dots of the entire e-governance system. So if I may give an example of GEM. So GEM, there are procurement portals who have been using these APIs to verify and authenticate many of the organizations or sellers or whosoever is coming onto that platform to register themselves. But they have to maintain APIs, several channels to maintain those entire process. Right now, what we are trying to, when you come on to Entity Locker, you get the access to all those APIs because this is connected, or we are trying to connect this to various other issuing authorities like GSTN, the Udyam Aadhaar, MSME Udyam Aadhaar, and MCA, as we spoke about earlier, or DISCOMs, or IFCs, DGFT is the issuing authority. So we are connecting the dots in this fashion, in this manner of the entire e-governance system. Going further, these are some of the key features of Entity Locker. Name suggests, and this has already been discussed in the previous slides also, that this is a DigiLocker family extension. So, of course, an authorized person only can access this the locker. The company verification can be done through this platform. To the documents, locker, the organizations also can come onto this platform and fetch their important documents which are issued by the authorities. And also there are features wherein you can, there are some kind of documents which are not been issued by any of the issuing authorities but are very critical for the organization. So in that case, they can scan it, keep it in an organized folder. That also is the features. We will discuss these features into details. The secure, of course, the sharing is also possible to the individual and to the organizations, which is secure in its manner, and of course that can be signed when sharing is being done. So in this case, the sharer is actually authenticating or actually giving a consent that he or she would willfully sharing this document. Moving further, as we spoke earlier, there are certain use cases what we have thought, and we have already looked into these lines of integration with many of the procurement portals right now. Procurement portals is one of the major use cases which can be done. So we have taken a seller registration as one of the use cases, which is one of the major use case which is being kind of a struggle for many of the procurement portals, as the seller has been registered to verify them, how to authenticate themselves. And you can see that how is the verification done? Authorized person is being verified, organization document needs to be verified, address, and especially for startups, the number has been identified. Almost the Aadhaar has been identified. So these are the documents which are required, and as you can see that many of the documents are in green. That means that is already available onto this platform for the organizations to come and fetch and of course verify. As you can see in the bidding process also, there are many of the verification processes which happens, and in the right hand side there are certain documents which is already available onto this for the usage of language. One of more use cases are there are many of the licenses which is being issued by the industries. As you can see, the industries remains. These are some of the industries we have taken examples of. These are the licenses in the middle there. These are the licenses which is being issued. Of course, the green ones, like you can see that FSSAI is already available with DigiLocker and NeGD Locker platform. There are various licenses which are in yellow or orange. Probably. So these are the licenses which we are in active integrations. These are the issuing authorities on your extreme right. These are the issuing authorities who issue these kind of. Moving further, again, as we discussed in the previous slides, also there are one of the use cases. One of the major use cases also is the bank loans. So we have bifurcated these things into 4 sectors: individual KYC, which means the DIN identification number or Aadhaar card probably. Entity KYC means the organization is being verified. Sectoral KYC, these are the focused certificates which is being used by those sector of organizations. There are some of the transactional KYCs, as these are the documents which are renewed day by day or probably in a specific period of time. So these all can be brought onto this platform and can be transacted or can be used in this further steps. So this was all about what exactly Entity Locker is. This was the OM, the Office Memorandum of this platform is being issued on 6th of August 2024. So it's like 5 to 6 months only which the portal is being live. We have managed somewhere around 46 organizations already registered onto this platform, and there are somewhere around 82 kind of document which is available onto the platform for the companies or the organization fetch. So this was the administrative part of Entity Locker. Now we will explain that how this portal looks like, what is exactly the web application flow. So I would request my colleague Mr. Prabhu to please take us through this flow.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. So now we'll be seeing how and how the portal looks. Can a user do to register on the portal? How the user can use the portal in efficient manner. This is just a simple flow on how the user can register himself or herself, register the entity, different manners, and can sign the registration agreement, which will be showed at the time of registration. There are multiple options provided in the entity verification. So there are different options like whatever, if there are MSMEs or Udyams who don't have a particular PAN or GSTN, that particular option. Now going forward is a Aadhaar verification for the entity representative or called as nodal. They have to put in their Aadhaar number. They have to verify their OTP. This is same as we do in DigiLocker, as we told that Entity Locker is a DigiLocker's family. So this process is the same. Going forward, if there is no DigiLocker account for the nodal, can be directly signed up for the DigiLocker and then can be forwarded towards entity registration. These are some of the options which are present. MSME is present, SIN is present, organizational PAN, and the GSTN number is also present here. And entity can choose any one of the option and put in the selected or required details and move forward with the same. There would be a entity verification, like the particular certificate which you have chosen has to be uploaded based on the scanned copy, and there would be a authorization letter given to the nodal by any of the higher management in their particular company. There is no particular format for the authorization letter. It is just authorizing that this particular person is the one who will be managing our entity lockers account. That is the thing which we want to move forward with.
Just to add what Prabhu was saying, can you go a couple of slides? Yes, yeah. So right now, what has happened is there are two things. One, the nodal officer, as Prabhu said, that nodal officer needs to be appointed by any of the organizations. Those nodal officer and the entity both needs to be verified. So by here we have identified both, but to make a link between which nodal officer is for which organization is where the authorization letter comes into play, and that has been identified, not identified but authorized and verified by our team, that we can move further and we can link the nodal officer, the organization, and the link. Yes, sir.
So this is the page which is the registration agreement, which the nodal will be signing with the entity's name and the nodal's name as well. This is the page when you will be. This is the page you will get when you will be verified by the Aadhaar, which is like authorized representative is verified, and your entity is verified. And when you are reaching the home page, this is which you have to sign. And this is our home page, the dashboard, which you'll be seeing. Here you can see on the left hand side there are the different tabs or different options which you have in Entity Locker. Right hand side you can see the entity profiles, the building which is present, and there are other options as well. Forward you can going through the document section where you can like search, and as we told that this is same as DigiLocker. This is DigiLocker is for individuals and Entity Locker is for entities or organizations which are present. So the same thing is happening here where you are searching for the particular document which you require. You are putting in different user-defined fields which are present, and you are fetching that particular document in your account. As you can see here, the date of incorporation and the entity name is already present there, and the Udyam number and the mobile number are the user-defined fields here, which you have to input here and get the document for the fetching part. There's an enterprise vault as well, which Prasad said that this is present because if there are any particular documents which are not issued by the issuer onto this particular platform here, and you require it and you need to send it to a particular regulator, keep it here, and you can e-sign the same, and it can be shared to the regulator.
add on this enterprise vault. So as we discussed that this can be scanned, there are various other documents which may be, critical to you that can be scanned and kept, which has not been issued. Yes, they have not been issued by any of the public regulators, but you use it into various other purposes, probably the biddings or probably which can be just for storage. The annual general meetings which happen every year, 6 months, or probably whatever the timeline is. So those the MOMs for those meetings. There are certain other many other documents which are issued by various other departments of your organization, but that needs to be kept in a certain locker. So that enterprise vault is there, and of course there is a space. This is a scalable space, but initially we have kept it for 10 GB for that particular account. So that needs to be taken care of. And as Prabhu said, that this we shared as well. This you can share any of the document which any of the regulators or organizations individuals as well. Please go.
Yes. So as Sir said, we'll go forward with the sharing capabilities what the portal has. This is what you'll be seeing if someone or some other regulator or some particular individual has shared a particular document with your entity. And this is what you will be seeing when you have sent a particular document to a regulator or an individual. Now going forward with the process of how this works, if you are sharing a particular document with the entity, this is the flow for that, where you have to like put in the PAN of the entity, GSTN number as well. Anything of those particular two options can be used here. And if you are sharing the document with a particular individual, you have to put in the Aadhaar number of the individual, and that will be directly going to the individual's DigiLocker account as well. Forward with the user management, role-based access is provided here, and the admin of the account can add the users, book the access for the user, and also can give only the read-only managing user as well. That means that the user cannot directly fetch the documents, but can only read the documents which are already present in the issue or in the enterprise portal.
Yeah, just to add on, means there are various other departments. So if I may give an example, so we can ABC corporations has registered, but there are many other departments who work together or on a parallel basis, and they definitely are dependent on each other. But at the same point in time, they are not responsible for each other's work. So in that case, what can happen is of each department can be given the access here. And if in case there are many times which has been entity full person is being transferred to various other departments, so that also can be taken care of here. As you can see, the remote access feature is also enabled. So if tomorrow somebody comes or somebody has retired probably, so that can also be changed or replaced or whatsoever. So this is your portal. You need to give access to whosoever you want, that can be given. Of course, the account creator or the actual admin needs to be notified, and he or she only can give the access to this user.
Moving forward, we will just check how the requester flow will work. And the example taken here is GEM as well. So this is what the GEM page looks like. And what we have asked GEM to do is to emboss the entity locker link there for registration of different vendors or for registration of different entities onto their portal. So based on this link, if the entity wants to register with GEM, they can directly click on entity locker. Nodal, whoever is the authorized representative can log in into their account. The OTP verification and authentication is done. Their account is showed here and the PIN is asked for the same. This is our consent page where we are asking the consent of the authorized representative which particular documents are required to GEM and can also be selected for what particular time documents are to be given as the consent. For the purpose, we have given the KYC or different verification options as well. And once this particular page is given, GEM has access to the documents which are given by the authorized representative. And with that particular process, we can complete the registration with different entities as we are going forward.
Just to add on, then go to the previous slide. Just to add on, so in this slide, as you can see that the consent is the most critical part of the entire integration here. As per the, you are must be knowing that the DPDP Act is there into play. So there are what we have been made to understand that there are three critical factors. Whenever the sharing happens of any of the document electronically, there are three critical factors which needs to be taken care of. One is what needs to be shared. So I need to have the control of what I am going to share to any of the individual or any of the organization. So I can check whatever I need to share. The purpose definitely, as Prabhu said, the purpose needs to be defined. So there is a drop down wherein you can actually select the purpose, for which purpose you need to share that document, and the validity or the duration to share. So if in case I want to share it for only 1 day, because I believe that that process is only a one day long, so I may be able to do that. Or if in case any organization wants that that particular consent needs to be active for 3 months or 30 days whatsoever, that needs to be defined, and I shall be able to define that. That is all about consent, and usually we call it a 360-degree flow, wherein I, as a customer, can come on to any of the portals. I can, if I log into the entity locker or DigiLocker, my account, the entire information of my profile needs to be saved, or needs to not saved, but needs to be pre-populated. That depends upon the integration factor, how we integrate that. Once that is being done, if I need to upload any kind of document, that needs to be uploaded through that portal itself. So there are two sections in the Entity Locker and DigiLocker portal. One is the issued section and one is the enterprise board or the self-drive. So if in case there is issued section, there is an upload from the issued section, the third-party application, wherein in this case GEM, need not to worry about the authenticity of that or of that document, because it is coming from a single source. Second thing is, it is been uploaded by the the enterprise vault or the self drive. So that needs to be flagged, so that the third party application, in this case GEM, needs to be notified that which document needs to be verified again, which is from the enterprise vault, and which need not to be verified, which is again that is being done. Once that is being done, as you can see on the slide as well, that any of the certificate or any of the document which is being issued after the entire process, an acknowledgement certificate or a work order or decision certificate whatsoever, if in case that is being issued by the third party application, that also can be pushed immediately through to the issue document section, the enterprise vault or the self drive of that particular account. So that needs to, this all depends upon how the integration is being done. How Docker works. We have shown you the concept. We have shown you think of that probably use cases can be used. We have shown you that how exactly this application works, the screenshots. So I would just like to give a disclaimer that whatever is shown in the requested flow of the GEM, this is not a prototype. This is a concept which is proposed by us, that this may be done through the procurement portals. So yes, GEM, to be very honest, GEM is on a integration mechanism now. Are in talks with GEM to integrate this. So this is all about Entity Locker. Now I hope we were able to transcend the concept what we are trying to go to the entire organization and fraternity. And this is again a feature of DigiLocker, where you go onto this platform. This is entity.digilocker.gov.in. So you can go onto this platform and see for yourself that how it is being done, and probably our team would be. You can drop us an email. Our contact details are also given on. You can connect to us so that we can take you through that journey, and then we help you to get. I think we may take some questions. I'm sure there are some questions onto the chat box. So, if in case, I would request the team to please help me with the chat box so that I can questions and I can answer those things. Okay, so I can see that Mr. Rakesh is there. So the question is this specific MSMEs who want to sell products on GEM portal? So this is not specific to anybody. This is a national portal, which is anybody or any of the organizations as we showed you that the issuing authorities, the requesting authorities, or stakeholders. GEM may be one of the stakeholders here who can come onto this platform as a requester or as an issuing authority, and probably the sellers can come onto those GEM portal or the procurement portal, and then this requester flow may happen. This is not specific to any kind of fraternity or any kind of organization. We have Mamta. Okay, I cannot read that. Anyways, Mamta, your question is Bharadwaj. The question is educational institutions to plan use the portal. Yes, definitely. Education institutions can definitely use this portal because apart from the degree disbursement, apart from the educational certificates what you issue from your side, there are education institutions are also an entity, an enterprise. Then you need to have your own organization related documents, and yes, that can be used.
There is another question from the same person saying Entity Locker will have the app too, like DigiLocker. As of now, Entity Locker is website based, and right now we are planning on an app as well. That would be in some time or like in near future. We will be having an app as well for Entity Locker, like DigiLocker itself. Yes.
Okay, so how to integrate? There is Misha Kapoor from Napa. How to integrate Entity Locker through APIs? Ma'am, thank you for the question. We have these public APIs already available on the portal. As you might be knowing about the DigiLocker, when you go to the DigiLocker's website, there is a resource section where all the documentation is being listed. So likewise, here in Entity Locker also, entity.digilocker.gov.in, you may go to the resources page, and where you can access all the documents, the API documentation. And if in case you want to dwell further, if in case you want to integrate with us, please do write to us. Please do indulge with us so that our team may in contact, and we can help you further how to understand the portal and to integrate as well. There is Mr. Ashok Naidu. Some departments, so his question is some department from Goa joined late to give some the concept. Okay, definitely, Mr. Naidu. This is a concept which is very similar to DigiLocker. And this is the only difference between DigiLocker and Entity Locker is that DigiLocker is for individuals and Entity Locker is for organizations. This organization, there is no specific range of organization which we are talking about. This can be a private limited, this can be a MSME, this can be a startup. Whosoever wants to come and join this portal, maybe it's open to all this. Probably you want to take.
Yes, sure. Next question is from Chandrasekhar. We at Indian Bank Association are planning a portal for branching its startups, will we have access to the entity locker? Surely, yes. As we said that this is a portal for all the entities, all the organizations, all the particular MSMEs, startups can join this particular portal. And if you are planning on like starting a particular portal for a startups, you can access or you can register with entity locker, and we can also work on how you can get all those particular startups on entity locker as well. That for that you can directly reach us on entity locker portal. There are multiple contacts given. There is a support email as well given on the same. You can directly reach to us for the same.
Yeah, sure. And just to add on, now any of the organizations who is coming onto this portal, be it a startup, as we said earlier also, that be it a startup, be it a trust, be it an MSME, whosoever is registered in India as an organization may come onto this portal. And if in case there must be, I would first of all I would urge everybody to write your questions onto the chat box so that we can take that questions and answer those if you have some doubts. Coming back to the question of Mr. Chandrasekhar Venugopal, that many a times it happens is there were some questions in the earlier sessions and we did a presentation on various other platforms. So if head office of that particular organization comes on to this register as with PAN, there are 4 options as Prabhu said earlier, that if you register with PAN, so how will the other branch come onto this platform? So there are 2 things how this can be done. One is you register as a head office onto this portal and give the access to each nodal officer from each branch. So make them the user management, make them like that. Or you can the various other branches may use their GSTN number to register. So yeah, you can also go to our Digital India YouTube channel. There also we are live, so you can put your questions there as well. So that our team is here to they'll take that questions and give it to us so that we can answer. Yeah, there is one more question, Mr. Shamsuddin Khan. Whether any group housing society may register with DigiLocker as entity locker even though they do not have any GSTN registration number. Sir, if I'm not wrong, any group housing society, they have no, they do not have the GSTN number, but they must be having one of these 4. That means the PAN, the GSTN number, or the SIN, that is Certificate of Incorporation, or Udyam Aadhar. So we have given these 4 options for any of the organizations to come onto this platform and register. So if you have any of these documents, that can be used for registration. Prabhu,
yes.
so Swati Ranjan is asking.
Yes, for bank loans as stated by you, for KYC part, whether CERSAI CKYC and security interest information can be accessed through the portal. Since GSTN and MCA systems are integrated, CERSAI will also be very helpful. Surely, yes, we are actually working towards that itself, Shruti. We are in integrations with CERSAI as well. We are on stages of integration. We are not completed the integration as of now. And once we are active with that as well, you can surely come and access the documents or the KYC from CERSAI as well on the portal. GSTN and MCA can be accessed as of now if you are registering or if you are directly logging into the portal. If you are already if you already have an account on the same, you can directly access GSTN and MCA. So CERSAI will be coming onto the platform soon.
So just to add on that CERSAI CKYC is already integrated with DigiLocker platform. Yes, that is available on DigiLocker platform, but as Prabhu said that making that API available onto the entity locker platform, we are working on that, and probably you can you might have those things very soon available on this. So the entire recording of this program is there on the Digital India YouTube channel. So you can go there, you can have a look. And if in case you want to ask any questions, you can also visit our website. You can mail us so that we can take those questions and then we can answer those. Okay, so there is one more question. Please do share recording link. Okay, we have already answered this. So the recording is already there on the YouTube channel. So we come down to Mr. Abhimani
Abhirami.
Abhirani. Okay, how does an entity locker ensure data security and privacy? Definitely, as we discussed earlier, that this is nothing but an extension of DigiLocker itself. DigiLocker has maintained the highest security and privacy. Be it mainly DPDP coming into play, we have to or we ought to comply to that policy. So yes, data security and privacy is definitely being maintained. If in case you want to have a one-on-one session, or you want to have more details into what exactly this is, how the APIs work, how we can integrate, what is the data security, what is the privacy thing which has been happening. So you can definitely write to us. We can have a separate session with us. Okay.
Going forward with the next question, it is society registration number is not enough to register as entity registration. As told before, that you would require any of the four IDs, which is GSTN or organization PAN or Udyam Aadhaar, or the SIN number for registration on the entity locker. You would require at least one of those particular ID for registration as of now. Yes.
Okay. So I can see Mr. Ashok Naidu and Ponce Fernandez. They have raised their hand. So you can write your questions into the chat box, sir, so that we can take that questions. And I would also ask the team to please see onto the YouTube channel as well in case we have any kind of questions, so that we can take that. I would like to highlight one more thing here that though yes, entity locker is one of the new features of DigiLocker. Thing is that many of the organizations who are already a partner of DigiLocker have already shown their interest. Be it banks, be it any other partner organizations, they have already come on to this platform. They have shown interest. They are on to the verge of integrations, and which our team is very closely following with that. So in through this channel, through this entire medium, I would urge or I would request the entire startup community to come onto this platform, create your account, make the use of the facilities which is being given onto this platform. And if in case you want, we'll give you the contact. You can go onto this portal. They can give you the contact for the startups and for many other organizations. I am being made to understand that ISM, Meaty Startup Hub, STPI, and many of the Meaty organizations are already there on this call. So I would urge and request them to come here and register. Their partner organization, of course, I think Meaty Startup Hub, there are n number of startups which are already registered. STPI is registered, their vendors are already there. So we would request, come onto this platform, create your account, begin the integrations, and then probably we can dwell into details. Okay, so there is one more question here. Society registration number is not enough to register an entity registration. So Mr. Shamsuddin Khan, society registration number, as of now, we have not taken those society registration number into account, but thank you for the suggestion. We will definitely have a look onto this. And if in case there is a society registration number which may be taken as a KYC to register any of the organization, that we will definitely consider it. As of now, we can go on to this platform. There are 4 options: GSTN, SIN, PAN, and Udyam Aadhaar. So one of these can be used for registration. So moving further, there are more channels. So we are promoting these entity locker onto various other platforms. We are creating workshops. We are various other mediums also. We are getting ahead to promote these things. And this is an entity locker, a DigiLocker for organizations. So I would request the entire fraternity, the entire community startups and BT organizations to come forward and use this. If in case you want to have more questions, you can just give us in the QA section. Okay, one more. Yeah, probably you can take it.
Yes. How a technology university could harness the product entity locker on any like national portal. You can directly register, as said before, you can directly register with any of the 4 IDs which are provided. You can directly, if there are any, I would say GST claims, or if there are any meeting highlights which are not issued directly into the system, can also be put into the enterprise vault and can be shared with different users, or can be shared with different teams, whatever whichever you have on your end. And other documents which are like PAN, GST, and which you do require, can be directly fetched into your issued documents as well. And that would be somewhat useful for everyone. And students coming towards this particular university can also directly check on what is present and what is not for the university.
Exactly. And just to add on, this is the technological university. For us or for the portal, there is any university, any kind of organization who is coming on to this platform to leverage this product is treated as an organization. So there is no bifurcation on the technological universities, or maybe schools also can come onto this platform to leverage the benefits. There are many, I have been made to understand that there are many vendors, like if I may give an example of STPI. So STPI, there are many vendors with STPI, with the cloud service providers, not only startups, they can also come onto this platform to register themselves. And if I talk about the regulator organizations, they can register themselves and they can have the verification of all the vendors who are coming onto this platform. Through various channels. You can, as if I may give an example of procurement portal, there are certain procurement portals which are already into the advanced integration stage with us, wherein they are using to identify and verify their vendors who are coming onto the platform to probably sell any kind of on the e-commerce platform. There are many. If in case I talk about our organization, our in the sense, say our India Corporation and National Governance Division. So there is an organization of India Handmade wherein that has already been registered here. So I would also urge and request all the vendors for India Handmade also can they come onto this platform and register themselves and avail the benefits which is there onto this platform. So we have some more questions now. Can we scroll down a bit, please? Yeah. So whether any document created by other departments pushing into DigiLocker are accepted digitally signed only, or maybe without digitally signed PDF. So as we discussed earlier, there are two things. One is there is an issue document section which is being shared. So that also can be shared through e-signing, but issue document section, since the document is coming from a single source of truth, so that need not to be verified again onto the third-party application. But if there is a sharing which is happening from the enterprise vault or from the self-uploaded section, then definitely we give a flag to the third-party application wherein they have to verify that document which is being shared, because that is something which I scan it and upload it into that section. So that is not verified. At least the DigiLocker would not be able to guarantee the verification or the authenticity of that.
So we have another question asking, let us presume an entity is registered on the portal, Do they get a public link? That is not provided as of now, and would not make any sense, as we told that this is a secure platform. We are only or like your entity is only accessed by the nodal officer or the authorized representative which is appointed on your end, right? Only that particular person can be the one who is accessing your documents, or anyone who is given the access to like the particular documents, right? Other than that, if a particular user directly comes onto the portal and tries to log in with their DigiLocker account, cannot directly move into a particular entity's account. That is not possible. That is how we have maintained our security, and that is how we have maintained a nodal and entity relation.
Absolutely. So this is from our side. We showed you, we presented you how this entity locker works, what is this exactly the portal, and how the web application flow works. We're taking a few questions here, and we just took some of the questions. So again, we would like to reiterate that there are you can go to our portal to avail these information. If in case you want some more questions to be answered, you can write to us. You can go to our YouTube channel as well and write questions there. You can have this channel as well. So we are open to all mediums. You can write to us. You can ask our assistance on any of the integration platforms or any of the further processes if in case you want some information. So I think we have come to end of the session. I hope this session would be okay. Might be we can take one or two questions. So there's what is the YouTube channel? You can search by Digital India YouTube channel. So that is already live. You can go on to that YouTube channel. Okay. And do people like regulators need to have account in DigiLocker or DigiLocker to access the files shared to them? Definitely, sir. Definitely, ma'am, Ms. Lisa Rani. When you come onto this platform, definitely you have to have an account in order to access any of the documents or receive any of the documents. So that there must be a channel conducive between the sharer and the sharing. So that needs to be maintained. That needs to be, of course, an account needs to be created for all those features to have a look. So okay, so I think now this was the last question, I suppose, and we've come to an end of this session. If in case you want to write any of the questions, you can write to us. We'll be happy to answer you. And if in case we have missed some of the questions, definitely we'll take that. We will answer that, and we'll provide you with those satisfactory answers. So thank you so much, everybody. And this was me, Prasoon from NeGD, and Prabhu Singh from NeGD as well. We take your leave. Thank you so much.